Hello, English 102 online students. I hope you've had a great first week of classes, whether those classes were face-to-face, online, a combination of the two. I hope this first week has gotten everybody settled into a new routine, and despite all the challenges we have with this pandemic, that will make it work really well. So last week, just to review a little bit some of the activities that you've been working on up to today being Sunday, August 23rd, you worked all in Module 1 last time. So if we take a quick peek at Module 1 getting started, just to review what you've been working on and what that's going to take us to next. So you did your introductions. I'm looking over those and I'll be sending you some personal responses. So make sure that you check in My Grades and you'll see a list that looks like this. And next to each of your assignments, anytime I've left you a comment, you'll see like a little kind of comment bubble right here. All you have to do is click on that and then you'll be able to see any comments that I've left for you on an assignment. So for the introductions, you'll be able to see any kind of personal note that I left for you there. And it's really interesting and kind of fun for me to get to know everybody through those discussions. You're getting to know each other too a little bit. So look out for that in the next couple of days. In addition to the introduction forum, you also did a syllabus scavenger hunt. Make sure that if you completed it already, I've probably already received it, just make sure you hit send up here to make sure that I do receive that from you. So I know that you've seen everything that's in the syllabus and that you know how all the assignments and course policies work. You also worked on the 25+2 most common errors assignment. And the goal of that assignment is just to get you familiar with the editing system that we'll use in English 102 this semester. So anytime I'm giving you feedback on an essay, anything that's related to grammar or editing, spelling, punctuation, those kinds of things, we'll be using that number system. So you saw 27 different numbers in that list. Obviously, I won't use all of them for everybody. Everybody has their areas that they need to work on. So you'll learn to see your patterns, what you might need to work on, what you're already strong in, and that will help us as we go through all of our essay assignments this semester. The last thing that you learned about was text annotation. So I had you watch one of those two videos, or both if you wanted to do that. Take a look at the annotation sample, and then you kind of talked about what strategies you would use to annotate your own texts. So that carries us into Module 2, and we'll go there now. Module 2, as you're going to see in just a moment, is going to take us a few weeks to go through. So not every week goes with a full module. Sometimes a module lasts for more than 1 week. So in Module 2, we're going to move into exploring our curiosity. The idea behind this is that to do any kind of quality academic research, or to really produce a great piece of research with your own knowledge embedded in there and the ideas of others, you need to be curious about what you're researching. It's really the first step toward any kind of topic you're going to explore. So as you'll see in this module, we'll think about and discuss the connection between curiosity and knowledge. How do you learn new things based on being curious? The second thing you'll learn about is the features of effective introductions for personal essays, because your first essay assignment in this course is going to be a personal essay. And the third thing that we'll be learning about in this module is writing and revising Essay 1, the Curiosity Exploration Essay. So you're going to explore an area of curiosity for yourself. Finally, you'll reflect on the value of peer review in academic writing. So in this course, you will do a peer review of 2 assignments, the Curiosity Exploration Essay and the final research paper you do at the end of the course. So we won't do a peer review for the assignments that come in the middle because they're more individualized. I don't think the peer comments would be as helpful, so we'll just do it for the first and the last assignment. Okay, so going into our Module 2 folder, you'll see that we have the video link here for the video that you're watching right now. So as soon as I am finished talking to you all about this week's assignments, I will post the video right there in that spot for you to see. And then underneath that, as we see in all of the module folders, you have a list of due dates. So the ones that apply for this week are for assignments 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3, all of which are due on Sunday, August 30th. The other assignments that come below those are going to come in later weeks, but I'll kind of give you a sneak preview of what those are so you know it's coming up later. So assignment 2.1 is an article that I would like you to read called Curiosity is as Important as Intelligence by Tomas Chamorro-Premuzic. So you'll open up that article right here. It comes from the Harvard Business Review. So after you read that article once from beginning to end, I'm going to ask you to annotate it using some of the techniques you learned about in the text annotation video assignment from last week. So the very last assignment you completed for Module 1, where you thought about different techniques and kind of made a list of your favorite ones, now you're actually going to put them to use. So in the article, I'll ask you to do a total of 10 annotations and use 3 different types of annotations. So as an example, among all the 10 annotations, you might use techniques like underlining, writing questions in the margin, or circling unfamiliar words. There are other options. If you look back at Module 1, I gave you kind of an example that you could look at. The videos give you other examples of annotation techniques. You thought about them, so you should know some of your favorites. So just choose 3 types of annotations and make sure you have 10 within your entire article. Okay, you have a couple of options to complete the annotation. So first, you could print out the article and add your annotations, then take a picture of the annotated article with your phone and upload it to this link right here. You just simply click on the link, and then underneath you'd be able to browse your computer for the image. Okay, going back to look at our other option, you could also do electronic annotations in Microsoft Word. You can insert comments, you could bold, underline, highlight different items in the article. So I've given you a version of the article in a Word document here. So if I open it up, I can give you a quick example or two of how this would work. Okay, so let's say I'm really intrigued by the introduction here. So maybe I'll go ahead and hit review. I'm going to put in my new comment and I'm going to put interesting. I didn't know this. Okay, as an example. I might think maybe this example from the 17th and 18th centuries are pretty interesting. So I might go ahead and highlight that in yellow. Or maybe I want to put something in bold print. I could do that too. So you can choose the different ways that you would like to mark up your text. So that's another option. And again, you would save that to your computer and you would just upload it at the assignment link just as if you were taking a picture of your document. So one option is to upload a photo of your annotations. The other option is to upload a Word document. You get to choose. Your second assignment this week is a curiosity discussion. So I'm going to ask you to watch a TED Talk called 3 Rules to Spark Learning by high school chemistry teacher Ramsey Musallam. It's one of my favorite TED Talks. He talks about, basically he's talking to an audience of teachers and how they can spark curiosity in their students, but I really think you can learn a lot from what he's saying. So in a post of about 150 to 175 words, this link is going to take you to a discussion forum. I'll show you that in just a moment. I'd like you to discuss which of Musallam's 3 rules resonate most with you and connect it with at least one idea that stood out to you from the article you annotated last, or that you just annotated in 2.1. Curiosity is as important as intelligence. Try to link these two. What does Musallam tell you that you think you can link back to what Chamorro-Premuzic says in his article? Once you've put your post of 150 to 175 words there, then you can go ahead and respond to at least 2 classmates in about 50 to 100 words using this How to Collaborate Online graphic below as a guide. So this gives you some kind of examples of how you can ask questions of your classmates, how you can add an idea or a detail to something that they've said, try to connect it to something else. So I will definitely, look out for your ability to try to spark discussion in that way. So to get to the discussion forum, you can click right here. Nobody has, of course, posted here yet, so there aren't any threads created, but you can just click on Create Thread and be the first person to begin the discussion. The other way you can get to this is through My Classroom, and you can go directly to Discussions instead of Course Modules. And if you scroll down just a bit, past the coffee shop and the Course Concerns forum, you'll get to the Curiosity discussion, so you can access it from either place. It's nice to have choices, right? Okay, going back to My Classroom, in Course Modules, we'll go back into Module 2, and there's just one more assignment that you need to complete before Sunday, August 30th. And that one is Effective Introductions. You're going to be writing a personal essay about your own curiosity journey. And you can definitely read the guidelines in this module just to kind of get a preview of what's coming up. But I think it's really helpful to just go over what makes an effective introduction in an essay, in a piece of academic writing, because it's the first thing your reader sees, right? It's the first thing that they're going to see and that you're going to use to engage them in your message. You really want to make your reader curious. Just like you're curious about the topic you're writing about or the topic you're researching, you want to make your reader curious about you and your topic. So as it says here, we've been exploring the theme of curiosity in the last couple of assignments, and now it's time to prepare to write about your own curiosity journey in Essay 1, the curiosity narrative or exploration essay. So we'll start by looking at examples of effective introductions for personal essays in the resources and tasks below. So the first part is to look at a link to this electronic textbook called Rhetoric and Composition. When you open it, it's going to look like this. So one of the nice things about English 102 Online is you don't need to buy any books, right? Because they're all provided for you here. So in this textbook, I'm going to ask you to read about writing introductory paragraphs on pages 103 to 104. There's a little exercise included there, but you can skip that for now. And it's going to tell you a little bit about some good ways to write introductory paragraphs. Then you'll read the example introductory paragraph at the bottom of page 105. So looking at that paragraph on 105, I want you to indicate which techniques the writer used in her introduction, like which effective techniques, and comment on how each sentence is designed to attract her reader's interest. Okay, then I'll have you take a look at this web article, How to Write an Awesome Personal Essay Introduction. Has a nice title. And you'll choose one of the effective introductions from the article, and as you did above, indicate which techniques the writer used in her introduction and comment on how each sentence is designed to attract her reader's interest. So we can take a quick look at this link. It may take you to a page like this where you have to go outside the Blackboard environment to get to it. Okay, and it just tells you about hooks that you can use to get your reader reading your personal essay. Okay, so as we scroll down a little bit, it gives you some techniques about that different writers used to get the attention of their readers. Okay, and as it says back here in the Blackboard area, let's go back a little bit. Okay, so you're going to choose one of those effective introductions from the article. There are lots of paragraphs to choose from there. So as we scroll back through it again, hey, you will see David Sedaris, Reggie Ugwa. You'll see one by Kristen Wong. Okay, so kind of tell me what it was about those writers' paragraphs that were effective introductions. How did they kind of suck you in or make you want to read more? There is some commentary in the article itself about that, and you can look at some of that commentary, but I want you to tell me in your own words what makes your chosen introduction a good one. So you're basically going to copy and paste both paragraphs from number 1, from the textbook from Bay College, Rhetoric and Composition, the paragraph from the bottom of page 105. You'll also take the paragraph that you chose from this article linked here. You can copy and paste them, both of them, into a Word document, and then give me your commentary about each one. What was it about each one that makes them an effective introduction? And if you want to add, side comments, you can do that like I showed you for the previous assignment. There's also a video link here about how to add comments and feedback to Word documents in case you need to review that. So these are the 3 assignments that would be due for this coming Sunday, August 30th by 11:59 p.m. Scrolling back up, as you'll see, the next thing coming up after that, by Sunday, September 6th, is the Curiosity Exploration draft. You're just writing the first draft of that assignment. So for this first essay, for the second essay, and for the final essay of the course, you'll write a draft, you'll review it and revise it based on feedback, and then you'll submit a final version of that for a grade. So coming up Sunday, September 6th, you can go ahead and start to take a look at this. A major assignment 1, the Curiosity Exploration essay, you'll find the guidelines here. You'll also see an example essay written by a student who took this course previously. So you can see an example of a successful essay and also know what you need to start thinking about to write your own. The links to submit both the draft and the final version are right here. You'll see, you'll click on View Assignment. This is a Turnitin link, and that will take you to where you'd actually upload your draft. So we won't go into too much detail about these parts of Module 2 right now, since you have already 3 other assignments to focus on, and I want you to spend your time on those this week. But if you do want to get a little sneak peek at what's coming up for the following week, you can go ahead and take a look at those elements too. Okay, so I think that's everything that we need to know for Module 2 for this week. I will post a second video coming up next week here under Module 2 Tour, kind of a second installment to this, so that you know in detail what's coming up for Sunday, September 6th. So I hope everything goes well. Let me know if you have questions about anything as you're working on it. And this week, look out for comments and points added for any homework assignments that you completed in week 1. Have a great weekend and a great second week of your fall semester.